So what I would like to say is that in my discussions with the people, we have, by the way, I must tell you in those discussions, if you want me to tell you.
And we'll get to that.
We'll get there.
Yes.
But I'm saying we are not opposed to working with Raila Odinga.
You're willing to
already we are working with Kalonzo Musyoka.
Okay.
We are working with Eugene Wamalwa. We are working with Fred Matiang'i. We are working with Eugene Wamalwa. We are working with all like-minded Kenyans. If Raila Odinga does not make a decision to destroy his legacy and support President William Ruto and decides to join the rest of Kenyans in trying to liberate our country and get it back in the right footing, and calls upon us for a discussion on the possibility of working together in whatever formation.
You're open to that?
We are open to that discussion.
Okay.
We are not selfish people.
Okay.
By the way, myself and my community are on record having supported somebody else. William Ruto, he's not one of us. Today he's calling us tribalists, despite the fact that we supported him, knowing very well he's not one of us.
Okay.
And because we are not tribal, we supported him, and he became president. We also are amiable and ready, if need be, to support another person, maybe it Raila Odinga, maybe it Kalonzo, maybe Wamalwa. We can support anybody, and whoever we decide to support. And take it from me today, and you'll ask me 2 years from now. Whoever we decide to support, we have two options. We can have our own candidate from the mountain, and we are good. If we decide for whatever reason that it's better to support somebody else, whoever we decide to support, that will be the next president of the Republic of Kenya.
Okay, time will tell. You said you're open to working with like-minded individuals.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you had a meeting with former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Did you bury the hatchet? Because there's some who still point fingers at you, blaming you for the push and pull after the current Kenya Kwanza administration came to office, that perhaps the raid at his farm might have been orchestrated by Gachagua. Have you had a meeting with the former head of state ever since you were impeached?
You know, Uhuru Kenyatta is my elder brother. I was his PA, and he's our leader as a community.
Okay.
It is inappropriate for me to discuss him in public because I'm a junior elder in the community, he's a senior elder, and discussions of elders in our community is a preserve of that community.
We're just asking if you met him. Come on. You're a truthful man.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is that Uhuru Kenyatta is our brother, our son, and our leader. And he's retired, and we respect his status and his retirement. But when we need advice from him as a community, it's always available.
So let me rephrase the question. What do you tell those who see former President Uhuru Kenyatta's hand in the appointment of Uhuru's men, as they're commonly referred to? Some of the CSs we saw recently appointed, Mutahi Kagwe, Liki Nyanjui.
There's no problem whether Uhuru had a hand or no hand. It, to me, is irrelevant. And he's a Kenyan. If he proposes some people to be appointed and they are appointed, so be it. What is important for us, especially for the mountain, is that those appointments amounted to nothing, because they were meant to pacify the region that is very unhappy with the President William Ruto for deceiving them, for mismanaging the economy, and for destroying leaders in the region. And immediately they were appointed, there was a saying among our people, that even if you revive Mwai Kibaki, Jomo Kenyatta, and Dedan Kimathi, nothing would change. So we are really not bothered. Let them go and work. They have been given a job to do. Let them go and do the job that were given to do. We wish them well. If they can make a change and people of Kenya are better off than they were before they were appointed, we appreciate. They are our sons. Right. And we don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the delay in forming your political party? Because going by your own timelines, we were supposed to have that launch early this year. It was pushed, and now we expect that launch in May. Are you having challenges in registering?
No challenges at all.
Yeah.
I had, when I left office, the people of my region felt that we needed to consult on the way forward, because as a community we felt very bad. The community felt totally misused by President William Ruto. They felt deceived, and we needed to consult extensively. And as their leader, they asked me to do that consultation. And I did a lot of consultation, the whole of November, the whole of December. I had hoped that I would have completed the consultations, but I hadn't by the end of December. Very many people still wanted to come and see me. You have seen even in the whole of January and February, they have been coming. Again, when we started the consultations, I had thought it would be a Mount Kenya affair, but I had not appreciated the interest my leadership had created in the country. And many other Kenyans from all other regions also wanted to consult with me, and therefore we had to extend our negotiations. But be as it may, our political party is ready, and for strategic reasons, I did not want to unveil it before.
Right.
Because quite a number of our senators and members of parliament want to resign from UDA and join our new party and go for by-elections. So we thought, my people thought that for us to get the right momentum, it's better for us to launch the party when IBC is in place. I want to give that reason now, because I've got quite a number of people who are through with UDA. They don't want anything to do with UDA.
Just from the mountain?
Especially from the mountain, because the whole mountain has moved from UDA. By the way, UDA now is a shell. UDA was Rigiji at the mountain. Without Rigiji at the mountain, there's no UDA. There's no party there. And our members, our supporters, in fact, if you mention UDA, and you have found even the MPs who move around with the president, they don't talk about UDA. Even the president, they don't mention him on the ground. So we decided that we want to wait for the IBC to be constituted. Then we launch our party so that we pick up with the momentum. We'll have several by-elections. We have today, as of today, 139 MCAs who want to resign from UDA and go for by-elections. We have.
So you're going to force a by-election?
We are going to have a little.
Simply what you're saying.
We are going to force a little general election after IBC is constituted, because our people do not want to live a lie. The mountain people, my brother Rogers, are honest people. They are people of integrity, and they don't know how to pretend. When they are through with something, they are through. And when they want to move on, they want to move on. So we have senators, we have members of parliament, we have MCAs who cannot pretend that they are in UDA.
And are they the
and they will repeat what Raila did in 1994. And I admire Raila Odinga, because I remember 1994. He left Ford Kenya and went to NDP, and he resigned and he was re-elected. And since that time, his career has been very rosy. Even I'm encouraging my MCAs, MPs, and senators, the ones who make that very brave decision, because that is very courageous. To leave a seat you have been elected, you resign and go back to the people. It's very courageous. But I want to assure them, the way I'm listening to our people, any leader who makes that decision will be re-elected without a doubt, with very serious majority. Number two, they will be heroes of our people, and their politics will be rosy for decades and decades to come. So that is one of the reasons why we have delayed. But I want to say our party is ready. Okay. And I want to correct, I have seen a lot of people trying to say that our party is for the region, for Mount Kenya. It isn't. It's a national party. By the way, I have a lot of people who are interested in joining our party. And the mountain will have a home in that party. But it's a national party for everybody. But that will be the home of the mountain. Just like ODM is a serious party, but is the home of the Nyanza people. Ford Kenya is a serious national party, but is also the home of people from Bungoma and Trans Nzoia. Wiper is a national party, but is also the home of the people of Ukambani.
Okay.
That's the way politics move, because politics are local. And Our interim national chairman is from Kajiado County. Our interim national organizing secretary is from Machakos. Our interim deputy party leader is from Kakamega. Our interim assistant national treasurer is from Kuria in Migori. Ours is a serious national party. I'm the party leader.
Okay.
It's a serious national party,
Yeah.
but it's the home of the mountain, and that brings in serious numbers, which is good for the party. Because the mountain, we have 6-7 million voters, so it's good for the party to have a base that is strong as part of the national movement. But we are very serious movement. We are very serious following in Kajiado, in Narok, in Samburu,
Okay.
in Kakamega, in Kisii. We are serious national party.
But then tell me this, have you thought of the implications on the taxpayer if you instigate a by-election? Isn't that a selfish move?
It's not selfish at all. We just have to be honest. We don't want to pretend to belong where we don't feel comfortable. President William Ruto has hatched a plot to finish us as a people, to destroy our leaders, to destroy our businesses. We cannot pretend. The other day, he chased away our chairman of committees in the Senate and replaced them with ODM people. How do we then pretend? How does the senator of Nyandarua, who was a chairman of a committee, has been removed and replaced somebody from ODM, pretend that he loves UDA?
So to hell with the taxpayers because of these leaders.
There are many other things that money is being spent, and probably it is not a priority.
Okay.
So we are saying we need to fix our politics. There is no way you are going to chase away people who got you elected on UDA party and expect them to remain there to support you. They will not. Those people will move on and they'll go for a by-election and they'll be elected, they'll come back to parliament on another party that respects them. But you cannot mistreat people. You mistreat them, you treat them like rubbish, like toilet paper. They helped you be president, they helped you to form the government. Then you use that very government to punish them, to mistreat them, and then expect them to continue staying in UDA and pretending that they are very happy and that they love you and that they are comfortable.
Okay.
That is deceit.
Okay.
We don't want politics of deceit and commonship.
Interesting. Let's go to Wamunyoro. We might not be in Wamunyoro, but the essence seems to be here. Because needless to say, you've managed to quickly convert your Wamunyoro home into a new center of power, meeting dignitaries.